Same shoes, same mixer, same computer, same items, different prices. So why would you pay more for the same thing? Lexington Diagnostic Center and Open MRI can save you 30 to 60% compared to the costs of local hospitals. We have a state-of-the-art facility in the Lexington area. We believe that every patient deserves the best in affordable, quality care. Avoid surprise billing. Come to Lexington Diagnostic Center. Imaging focused on you.
At Atkinson Sims & Kermode, we are here to help you get back to what matters most.
Helping you through your financial situation is our only purpose. We are involved at every step, guiding you towards relief.
A better life can't exist after bankruptcy. Start your bankruptcy for as little as $78. Call us today and take the first step towards a new beginning. At Atkinson Sims & Kermode, helping you through your financial situation is our only purpose.
We are involved at every step, guiding you towards relief. Take the first step and dial 859-CALL-ASK or visit ask-law.com to schedule a free consultation.
High school sports are as American as apple pie. And going to a game or meet is a chance to see the stars of tomorrow shine today. But as anybody who's ever attended a high school sporting event in Kentucky knows, you can't have the stars without the stripes. High schools are currently looking for new officials in almost every sport. Who looks good in stripes? Anybody looking for a way to stay connected to a sport they love. If you like the idea of giving back to your community while earning a few extra bucks, chances are you'd look good in stripes too. We want to hear from you. We need to hear from you. No officials means no games. No stripes means no stars. And what kind of America would that be? Kentucky needs more high school officials. Go to highschoolofficials.com to sign up or learn more. That's highschoolofficials.com.
High school sports have evolved thanks to PrepSpin. Tonight, catch all the hard-hitting action live and in real time as the game happens in 1080p HD video. Join us tonight for the Mingy Beef Jerky High School Football Game of the Week with the legend Gary Ball, Coach Mike Meehan, and the king of stream, William Moorfield. Nobody does high school football like PrepSpin does. The Mingy Beef Jerky High School Game of the Week comes your way now.
Neighbor helping neighbor. At Whitaker Bank, we believe in giving back to our communities. Through our many sponsorships, we help provide our fellow Kentuckians with family-friendly fun and events, and scholarships to help students reach their dreams. We know you need banking to be fast and easy. We help with personalized services like mobile deposit. Get the app today and snap, deposit. Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky.
This is where it all started, right here on this farm. We may have grown over the years, but we've never lost sight of what was important to us. We're continuing that tradition today, and we always will be for generations to come.
Hi, this is Gary Ball for Crown Trophy of Lexington. Crown Trophy offers youth sports awards, corporate awards. They offer signs and a full line of promotional products. They're located at 2680 Wilhite Drive on the corner of Nicholasville, New Circle Road, just behind Starbucks. Stop by and pick up your copy of our 85-page catalog. Crown Trophy is nationally known, but locally owned with 150 stores nationwide. Crown Trophy, the official provider of plaques for the Scholastic Ball Report and Prep Spin.
We're so glad to have you with us this morning.
Emergency leaders are urging
Same MRI, same CT scan. Same items, different prices. So why would you pay more for the same thing? Lexington Diagnostic Center and Open MRI can save you 30 to 60% compared to the costs of local hospitals. We have a state-of-the-art facility in the Lexington area. We believe that every patient deserves the best in affordable, quality care. Avoid surprise billing. Come to Lexington Diagnostic Center. Imaging focused on you.
Lexington Christian Academy. You see the stadium filling up there. It really is going to be a great crowd tonight, as these are two outstanding football teams. Lexington Christian 4-0, Lexington Catholic 4-0. Lexington Catholic's knocked off some big boys. They beat Cove Catholic, but Cove Catholic's the main one of them, and they beat a very good team. And Lexington Christian's 4-0. They beat Boyle County at Boyle County, number one in the state. Coach, these are two really good football teams. Something's got to give tonight.
Yeah, it's going to be a really good one, and we have somebody else working with us today.
Yes,
Mr. Steve Tressler. Steve, say hello.
Hey, how's everybody doing tonight?
So we got a three-man crew, don't we, Gary?
Just like Monday Night Football.
Monday Night Football here on a Friday evening. Beautiful night, absolutely gorgeous. Little bit warm, but once the sun goes down, it'll cool off. We see that they're doing the national anthem now. And just a reminder to everybody, we're in a trailer. We're in the mobile broadcast booth here. The mobile broadcast trailer for Prep Spin.
It's outstanding. You look at the two quarterbacks tonight. You got Mason Moore, the runner, Drew Nevis, the passer. You got Jack Owen for Lexington Catholic. Three really good quarterbacks. That kind of breaks that statement. If you got two quarterbacks, you don't have one. But yes, they do have really good quarterbacks at Lexington Christian. And Jack Owen, he's proved himself all season.
Yeah, and last year, we watched him Steve, and I know you watch Lexington Catholic a lot. So a little bit about Goman. I looked up a little bit of stats today. Do you know he's got a 70% completion average right now?
9 touchdown passes.
And those aren't dump passes, those aren't the 2 and 3 and 5 yard little dump passes. He's actually finding guys on these 10, 15 yard routes.
Well, just go back to the game against Pulaski County. He
Yeah.
threw it 30 yards down the field to Busen. If he doesn't complete that, Busen doesn't make that catch, then I set up for the field goal.
You got that right.
And the field goal kicker, let's talk about them a little bit.
Both of them.
Both kickers are just amazing. Division I prospects, I'm sure both of them can be. Lexington Catholic with Dobbs, and actually just a little point here. Mr. Dobbs, Andrew's dad is coming in at halftime, and we're going to have a little discussion with him about a charity that his son's doing.
That'd be good. Let's look at all the principals in this game. For Lexington Christian, you got Xavier Brown. He's going to Virginia. Great ball player. You got Parker Cheney, a wideout. Jeff Selby, he's 6'1", 230 at a running back. You got Mason Moore and Elijah Hammond. He's 6'2", 210. And then for Lexington Catholic, you got Jack Mundy, 6'1", 190, and the senior. Walker Hall. Man, Walker Hall's been a big difference.
Yeah, Walker Hall's been a real big difference. You can comment on that, Steve.
Well, yeah, Walker, we talked about it before the broadcast tonight. He should get the most improved player because you didn't hear much from him last year. This year, he's one of those difference makers for Lexington Catholic. He sets Jack Goman up to be able to pass the ball.
Yeah, and Walker Hall's averaging 5.7 yards a carry. But hey, listen to this, Gary. It was my fault, really. But I always thought Xavier Brown was a receiver. But he's averaging 8 yards a carry running the football.
When he came into his own this year was against Boyle County. He rushed for 200 yards against the Rebels and really set the stage for the ground game. But look at the Catholic on defense. Sam Clements, you don't realize this, leads 4A football in interceptions with 3. The young man is a ball hog back there for Lexington Catholic.
He is, and let's talk defense a little bit. Steve, Jeff Selby, he has 21 tackles this year. Now that's including solo tackles and assistant tackles. So basically, both of these teams play good defense. I am going to really watch the defensive line, the offensive line, how they compete against each other, how they match up. That's going to be the difference. I think one of the differences in this game is the way they match up on it, because they're both big and they're both strong linebackers on both sides.
Well, you're just like a coach, right? I mean, that's why you're a coach. You're watching the line, and me and Gary, we're going to be watching the highlights and the guys throwing and catching the ball. But truly, you're right. I mean, the difference in the game is it happens in the trenches. It's with the big boys pushing each other around. And Gary, going to what you said, talking about these players going on to the next level already, and you mentioned several of them. Mason Moore, right? Marty Moore's son. Yeah. We talked about, before the broadcast as well. Marty, a 7-time Pro Bowl nominee. But tell everybody what you said beforehand. They don't remember that he's a 7-time Pro Bowl nominee.
The Kentucky fans remember the interception, and then he fumbled.
And that's it. Or he's Mr. Irrelevant in the draft.
Yeah.
There's never been a more unfitting name for an athlete than Mr. Irrelevant when you talk about Marty Moore. And his son is a chip off the old block, built just like him.
He's going to Miami of Ohio. That's a good school for him. That's like the Ivy League of that school up there in Oxford, Ohio.
Yeah, that's a really good one. And Brown going to Virginia, which is a really good football school.
But I tell you what, guys, one kid we don't talk about a lot, and enough really, is a defensive end for LCA. His name is Tyler Morris, and Morris goes 6'1", 205. I tell you what, when you look at this kid without a shirt on, he's chipped out of stone. He looks muscular. He's going to be a good player, and I tell you what, he's going to be a big factor tonight.
It will be, because rushing the quarterback, that's basically the thing that these guys do.
But they're afraid of Jack Elman because they're afraid he'll run around him. He's such a good runner.
Yeah, he's a good runner, and he can break them at any time. Both of these teams are a little bit concerned about each other. I think Lexington Catholic, we talked to some people before the game, they're a little nervous about LCA. But
and LCA is a little nervous about them.
Well, and they both should be.
Well, yeah, they're nervous about LCA because they beat Boyle, right?
Yeah.
I mean, and that makes you really nervous, obviously.
When you're a team like Catholic who struggled to beat Boyle County, that's the one game on the schedule every one of these kids looks at Lexington Catholic. And now you're going up against a team who went to Boyle County and quieted those guys in the Dr. Seuss hats at the top, and they're shakers. Then they're going to be a little nervous, so they're ready to go.
You know what, though? The way Catholic came back in that game, made it 49-41. I think that was kind of a barometer for Catholic this year to say, hey, we want Boyle County, take our chance again. Unfortunately, it's down to Boyle County this year, but Lexington Christian went down there and beat Boyle County, so
yes, sir.
It can be done. I tell you what, guys, we got about 7.5 minutes before the starting line. Let's get the starting lineup tonight. Let's get these credit to these players, Lexington Christian and Lexington Catholic.
Well, let me start with the Lexington Christian Academy offense first. We're starting lineup at let's go to offensive line. Like I'm concentrating on the offensive line this year anyway, so let's do that. Anthony Johns, a 6'2", 285-pound senior at left tackle. At left guard,
he's going to EKU, I believe.
That's good.
Johns.
Carter Gillespie, the left guard, 6 foot, 265-pound junior. Luke Hall, the center, who I think is really, really talented, 6'3", 225 senior. Listen to these sizes of these dudes, man.
I know.
Luke Hall, like I said, 225. The right guard, Grant Vaught, 6'3", 265.
Man.
The right tackle is Garrison McKinney, and he's 6'2", 290, a sophomore. That's pretty amazing. We go to the wide receivers at X receiver, and we had a discussion about that, XYZ. Y is usually is always in these open offensive terms of the tight end, and X is the split end, the one on the line of scrimmage. The Z is either the flanker or the slot back in most cases, okay? So wide receiver Mason Moore, number 16, he's 6'1", 190. The other wide receiver at Y would be Elijah Hammond, 6'2", 200. At fullback, Jeffrey Selby, 6'1", 230, big guy, senior. Drew Nevis at the quarterback, 6 foot junior. We watched him last year, improved.
Yeah.
Amazing athlete.
Drew's a solid quarterback and throw the ball very well on the run. can run to get out of trouble, and I look for him to have a good game now. I look for certain plays to get Mason Moore in there, running plays. He's a good running quarterback. Go ahead, Coach.
Yeah, we're going to talk about Mason Moore going to Miami of Ohio. He's a 6'1", 190-pound senior, and you're right, Gary. They're not going to alternate quarterbacks or anything like that, but they know the situations when their players can play and do a good job. Parker Cheney at 6 foot, 175-pound sophomore at halfback, and at Xavier Brown, the Z for, even though his name starts with X, we're going to go Xavier Brown, 5'10", 185-pound senior going to Virginia.
That's LCA. Now let's go to Lexington Catholic with Steve Tressler.
All right, on the defensive side, matching up against that offense you just heard, the left tackles, Robert Hall, 5'9", 220-pound junior. Nose guard, Quentin Duffy, 6 foot, 321 pounds. Gosh, not 220. I mean, both of these teams read like small colleges. I mean, and we have to keep in mind, these are high school kids. Elliot Movero, number 76, 6'2", 282. He's at the other tackle spot. They run that 3-4.
Yeah, and he's backed up by Cannon Mackley, who's really a solid player for a sophomore. He really makes a couple of nice plays as a sophomore.
And look at the difference between the two of them. You know, the senior is 6'2", 282. His backup, a sophomore, 6'1", 200. An 80-pound difference there. And so, you know, if you're got 80 pounds on a guy and he comes in and he can still make plays, that says a lot about Cannon Mackley.
It does.
Linebacker, they got the 4 backs. The linebackers there in the 3-4. You've got Spencer Bennington, 6 foot, 190-pound junior on the left side there. Jack Mundy and Patrick Davis anchor the middle, 5'11", 185 for Davis. Monday, 6'1", 220. Harrison Romero is going to be that weak side linebacker, 5'10", senior. Looking at, wow, he's pulling 230 now. Cornerback Blake Busen on one side, 6 foot, 182. Free safety is going to be Sam Clements, 5'5", 136, but quick as a cat back there.
Yes.
And then also Erickson Pierre Luis, he's going to be back there as well. Had a really good improvement from game 1 to game 2 we saw on him, 5'8", 153-pound junior.
Yeah, Pierre Louis.
Pierre Louis, excuse me.
Louis.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's two of them on the team.
That's right. Now it looks like that the officials are out there getting ready to get these captains out once these teams come in. Let's go ahead and do. I'll do the defense for Lexington Christian Academy right now as the teams come on. At defensive end on the left side, Tyler Morris. He's going to the Naval Academy. Thank you. He's 6'1", 205-pound senior.
This kid I talked about.
At nose guard, Selby, we'll talk a lot about 5-pound junior. Elijah Hammond, 6'2", 200-pound senior at linebacker. And in the back, in the secondary, with the 4 deep, Xavier Brown, number 20. We talked about him. Chance McGahey is number 7, is a senior. Mason Moore, the 6'1", 190-pound senior.
And watch Parker Cheney.
Parker Cheney.
Oh, my gosh.
6 foot,
He's just like Clements of Lexington Catholic. He's everywhere.
All right, we'll line it up against that Lexington Catholic offense. At quarterback, of course, you got Jack Goman, number 14, 6'2", 172-pound senior. Replaces Bo Allen, who now is SEC quarterback, back up to Levis at Kentucky. Snapping the ball to him is going to be John Schlarman's son, Joe Schlarman, of course, wearing his...
He's going to be the next big thing on the line for Lexington Catholic.
And you know what? It's so neat to see him wearing his dad's number. And I knew his father when I was a student at UK. You talk about a nice guy, undersized and just incredible as an athlete to be. And he was first team All-SEC. I mean, undersized guy that knew how to play this position.
I did John Schlarman's games when he played at Fort Thomas Islands.
No kidding. All right, well, so on the guards here, we got Elliot Movero, number 76, 6'2", 282 at right guard, left guard. Harrison Romero, shout out to his parents for the goodies today here as we're eating these delicious snacks and barbecue from them. Quentin Duffy, 6 foot, 320-pound right tackle. Jake Nash, left tackle, 6'2", 273, senior. Hunter Foster, junior, 6'2", 168 at the X spot. Going to wide receivers, Tanner Pedrochi, 6'1".
Going to be a touchback in the end zone.
We'll see a lot of those tonight.
Riffle was going to bring it out, but they say touchback, so bring it out to the 20-yard line.
We mentioned before, Gary Ball, 2 really good kickers on these 2 teams.
I think we'll see a lot of touchbacks tonight.
I think we will.
There's a good shot from our camera end zone, from the end zone there. I'll tell you, William Warfield, the King of Stream, Aaron Rose, they do a great job with this broadcast.
You got that right.
Selby's to the right, quarterback Nevis, and Xavier Brown is behind him. Nevis surveys that defense with another shot, and he gives it to Brown, stutter stepping, dancing, still on his feet, and tripped up at the, let's see where they mark it at. We'll go to the camera on top to find out.
I think we're having a little trouble getting the camera on top. They go quick now. Their tempo. There we go.
It's at the 26. There's Nevis. He fires. It's going to be caught by Moore to the 31, and it's going to be tackled right there, making a stop there for Lexington Catholic. There were a couple people in particular. I saw Bennington there. Number 9 was there.
He just threw that little quick hitch, and they like to start the game off that way. Stack trips on the right, and they shift out of it.
Here's Mason Moore out of the quarterback spot. Gives Xavier Brown to the 33, 35. He's going to be stopped by Bennington. Bennington tried to pull the football out of there. It was a good job. Just couldn't pull it out. But
yeah, Spencer Bennington made a nice tackle on that play. Lexington Catholic, they're in their standard defense. I'm surprised Lexington Christian came out in that stack and shifted into a power offense, ran a power playoff tackle.
35-yard line, 2nd and 5. Here's Nevis getting pressure, rolling left, throws, sets, throws, and it's caught by Moore. Was he in bounds? They're going to say yes, he was in bounds at the 45, 44-yard line. What a catch by Mason Moore, stayed in bounds.
Nice job by Mason making the catch. Good throw.
Yeah, pressured by Elliot Movero coming in there from Catholic. Did a great job of setting his feet there, though, the quarterback, and delivering that ball.
A lot of stunts off of that 3-4.
Elijah Hammond and Brown out to the near side. Nevis Selby in the backfield. Nevis back in the pocket, rolls right, airs it out down the right side, and it's going to be off the fingertips of Xavier Brown. And back defending for a Catholic was number 2, Coach.
Gambrell.
Gambrell able to get just enough on that ball there to tip it away and save that from being a touchdown for Lexington Christian.
Yeah, they're really mixing the ball play up here. They're running formations that they usually run runs and throwing from them and vice versa. So I like what I'm seeing with Lexington Christian, the way they're trying to attack. Again, watch those linebackers. You're counting on those big front 3 guys that rush that quarterback.
Give up the middle and down to the 25-yard, to the 20, running to the 15, and that's going to be a touchdown.
Yeah, I don't see any flags on the play.
That's Riffle. Riffle, a touchdown.
Yeah, Jeremiah Riffle, the 6'1", 205-pound junior. But it looks like this coming back, Gary.
Yeah, it looks like a flag, so take that Riffle touchdown off. But that was a great run, Steve.
Boy, he made that look easy.
Man.
Yeah, it might have been holding on the line of scrimmage there, it looked like to me.
And that could have been why it was so easy.
Yeah. Could be why he got through there.
Yeah, the offensive line for Lexington Christian, they're big and they're strong.
Buddy, they're for real.
And they're good blockers, too.
Yeah, they're for real. I mean, I've been watching the line, Coach. I think just because you said it in the pregame, it's a war. I mean, that's a war right there.
Quite a battle.
Takes it back to the 40-yard line, 2nd down and 20. Xavier Brown comes out to the near side, 2 inches to the left, full house backfield. In motion goes Moore. Fake to Moore. Back screen. Goes to the left side. Cheney, 20, down to the 15. Cheney, 10, 5, touchdown. Cheney from 40 yards out.
Yeah, nice job of running the screenplay. One of the things in this offense, they run that spread offense. One of the things one of the statements that they always have is screen early, screen often. If you can screen early in the game, Gary and Steve, your defensive linemen get tired because they're running back and forth, back and forth.
Here's Dobbs out of the hold of Moore for LCA. They can put him up 7-0. Place him down, put the kick up, and it is perfect. 7-0 LCA on top. 9:47, took less than 3 minutes. We'll be back on the Pretspin Minky Beef Jerky Game of the Week.
Some things never change, like the sound of pads crushing against the equipment, the feel of cleats on fresh-cut grass, or the
lot of
deep
weapons
rest
for
from full
LCA.
practice.
We are in the
Another thing that never changes, the feeling of relief
Whitaker Bank.
with the whistle blows for break,
Mingy beef turkeys.
and the savory
Hey,
snack to go along
ask
with it.
Aaron.
This is a moment to remember.
What is this trailer?
This
Whitaker Bank.
is a
Whitaker
Mingy
Bank.
moment.
This is where it all started. Right here on this
Whitaker
farm.
Bank mobile
Why
broadcast
haven't
studio.
they
May have grown over the years, but we've never lost sight
thing
of
on
what
the-
was important to us.
Come on, Whitaker.
We're continuing that tradition today
That didn't bode very well for
always will be.
Catholic, did it?
for generations to come.
They're used to coming back.
2 straight plays, touchdowns. One of them got called back.
It's
40 yards each.
Here comes Andrew Dobbs to kick off for LCA. They just took a 7-0 lead on a pass from Nevis to Cheney, and Cheney took it the distance. Here's Dobbs into the kick, and it's going to be a deep one, of course, and it's going to be a touchback in the back in the end zone.
Years that was the one thing I thought that they've been missing for a couple of years.
Trips out to the near side, single receiver, comes in motion. That is going to be Max DeGraff. DeGraff up to the 23, tackle there, and that's who I was talking about, guys. Jeffrey Shelby, big tackle.
Yeah, Shelby at that linebacker, he scrapes really well. One thing also we've noticed over the years at LCA, they're really good tacklers.
Yeah, he's going to be sideline to sideline all night. Another thing you notice about both of these teams is that a lot of the younger players make contributions. You don't just hear seniors and juniors. There's sophomores that make big plays.
Trip set to the near side. Goldman gets the Hall. Hall running hard to the 27. Picks up about 3 or 4 yards. It's going to be third down and short for Lexington Catholic.
That's a big down. One of the things that you look for in the three down front that Lexington Christian runs is they walk those defensive ends right up to the line of scrimmage. Now, honestly, sometimes they get carried away inside, those defensive ends. And with Goldman, the way he can run the football, pull that ball and hit that corner hard on some plays, it might be really valuable to him. Catch those guys sneaking inside, those defensive ends sneaking inside.
And keep them honest.
Oh, yeah.
8:52 to go in the first quarter. Third down and 3 for Goldman. There you see him. He's got Walker all to his left, twins out to the top. Slot man to the left side. And look to the sideline. Taking a lot of time here.
First down.
Here comes the punt from Max DeGraff. Back will be Xavier Brown. We've got a timeout on the field. 8:04 to go in the first quarter. They didn't indicate to us who called the timeout.
It was Lexington Catholic called the timeout. Yep, they called the timeout. They had a look at this. Surely they're not thinking about going for it, but probably they will try to maybe a slow count or something to try to get them to jump.
If you're going, you have to think, hey, surely I can get a yard up the middle, and that's part of what he's trying to sell. But I don't know if they're going to go for it or not. Maybe they will.
He's like a used car salesman on the sideline talking to his coach, trying to talk him into it.
DeGraff is still back to punt.
Yeah, this is too early for that kind of a chance.
Monday gets some attention there by the athletic trainer.
And DeGraff really doing a lot more than just kicking this year for Lexington Catholic. He's carrying the ball. He's getting receptions as well. He was the Bluegrass Bowl MVP.
Yep, deservedly.
Yeah, I remember that. That really was amazing. One of the catches he had in that game.
7-0, LCA on top, and there's Xavier Brown back deep. He will receive this punt from DeGraff.
Oh, no.
High snap over the head. DeGraff goes back in the end zone, pulls it out of there, and gets a punt off somehow.
That's amazing.
And it comes over to the near side to 40. Rolls down to the 50. What a great job.
You got to be kidding me.
50 yards out of the end zone.
That is crazy. Most people would fall on that ball or push it out of the end zone or something. No, not him. I'm going to grab the ball and I'm going to kick it. Look, we're going to see the replay, Steve.
You got to send that into ESPN Top Plays. I mean, that was a point-saving kick right there.
Yeah, that was amazing.
And he got the bounce.
He got the oblong roll of the ball.
Unbelievable. Fantastic.
Yeah. That was cool. Oh.
See, that's the kind of stuff I love to see in high school. You see plays like that all the time.
And if you're a college recruiter up in the stands, you're writing his name and number down.
You are.
Hammond splits way out to the top. Full house backfield for Nevis. Takes a snap, gives to Brown, back to Moore, back to Nevis, throws it downfield. He's got a receiver, can't catch up to it, and that's Cheney again.
Yeah, little trickery going on here, trying to catch him on the heels.
Why not?
Yeah. Cheney. Oh, so close, so close. Yeah, Cheney actually did a little stutter step, ran down, looked like he was blocking, and then just took off down the sideline.
Parker, a 6 foot 175 sophomore. Remember, he's only a sophomore. Selby in the backfield. Nevis gives Selby up the middle, 50-yard line, 45, stutter steps to the 40, still out of bounds at the 40-yard line. And he was knocked out there by
Foster. Blake Foster knocked him out. He hit him out of bounds.
I mean, he's as big as a college fullback.
Yeah.
I mean, he's 230 pounds, and he's a load. Yeah. He runs with his feet set, and his weight is really low to the ground. He's tough to bring down, Coach.
Quick feet, too. Really quick feet.
3rd and 1 for Nevis. Gives to Brown, and Brown backed up, but he gets the first down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there by Mackley.
Shout out to Carter Gillespie, the 6 foot, 265-pound guard on that play, who just rode his man out of the play.
Mackley came from his right defensive end spot to make that play, and that's a good play for. That's what you were talking about, a sophomore coming in there,
making contributions. And Xavier Brown, talk about a patient runner to ride his guard that way.
Twins to the near, twins to the far. Nevis with Selby, rolls to the left, sets, throws, caught there by Moore, and he runs back to the 32-yard line. He gets up and pushes Mundy, no call.
A little bit aggressive going on there. There's a couple big licks on the line of scrimmage that last time too. So
they caught Catholic, the defensive secondary there, caught them with their backs turned.
Yeah.
Just 6:19 to go in the first quarter. LCA has thrown everything at Catholic so far in the kitchen sink.
You got a standing room crowd here only.
Yeah, I love to see that. People on the sidelines.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa, look at this load to the left. Oh, they're bringing it back.
Nevis makes to Cheney. Throws it down the right side, and it's going to be a touchdown to Xavier Brown. He got behind the defender, and he looks at him. It's a touchdown for Xavier Brown. It's 13-0 LCA.
And let's see if we can see that play again. That was nobody should be that wide open. We got another flag on.
Should he fake handoff a couple times there?
We have double penalties here against Lexington Christian. We have a penalty that brought it back. That was taunting was a dead ball foul. If that was a 15-yard penalty on holding, then it's a 15-yard tacked onto it.
Wow, 30 yards.
Foul.
Takes it back to the 40-yard line at LCA and takes 6 points off the board.
Talk about a blessing.
For Lexington Catholic.
You got that right.
I bet number 2 checks him a little bit closer.
That looked like Lavelle back there near the goalpost in the background taking pictures. And Frederick Douglass, he talked to me about you today, as a matter of fact, Coach.
Who?
Mr. Lavelle there had the...
Oh, I didn't see him.
To Nevis. And throwing to Moore, but throws it over his head, incomplete. You have 3 guys around him.
Yeah, I think that was a blown offensive pass play, Gary, because you had 2 receivers right in the area.
Another flag down. Another flag.
What's this one for?
This is a packed house tonight at LCA. It's going to be against Lexington Christian again.
Illegal prices. So why would you pay more?
Kick was taken up to the 30-yard line for Catholic. And they really got to get something going offensively, guys, because they're down a couple of scores with 3.5 minutes to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, they need to have a good drive this time, and get some confidence going in to the second quarter.
Got to get some points.
Triple receivers on the near side. Goldman gives to Walker Hall, slams up to the 34-yard line. Good play there by Emerson, Jay Emerson, 32.
Very good play. Plays that nose guard sometimes. Just penetrates quicker than a cat. Does an excellent job.
Are you guys impressed with LCA? How can you not be?
Very much so.
This is a good Catholic team. They went up to Covey Catholic and beat them. Hall hit hard, knocked down at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they're not getting any movement at all. The defensive line is setting the line of scrimmage. They're pushing forward and setting the line of scrimmage about a yard into Catholic's territory. Again, that same guy, number 32, making that big stop.
Will Nichols made that head coach.
Yeah, but number 32,
he helped out.
He's clogging it up, Gary. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Nothing.
Emerson.
Twins on the near side. Goldman with the 3rd and 7. Goldman out of the shotgun. Pistol, if you will. Pass to Busen, dropped the ball. He usually makes that catch every time.
Yeah, he never misses that. He didn't look the ball in, took his eye off it for a minute. The LCA is running. Daggone, and Paul Raines standing back here. They're running a delayed blitz out of that linebacker. The linebacker hesitates a minute till the linemen get their assignments, and then he blitzes in. When I was coaching at Dunbar, I had a really good offense. Daggone, Paul Raines was coaching at Madison Central. He got me on that several times with that delayed blitz.
They look for that hole, and then they shoot it as soon as it opens up. Nothing's critical this early in the game, but for Catholic, you're right. They got to get something going now.
Yeah.
Especially with this offensive drive being stalled here.
Good snap is really important right now.
DeGraff back to punt. Brown back to receive, but fumbles it, picks it up, punts it out of there, and Xavier Brown takes a fair catch at the 25-yard line, 26.
Good. I think one of the things on the next level at Virginia, guys, is Xavier Brown could be a punt returner right away. I mean, right away as a freshman coming in there because he's quick. He catches the ball really well. Fair catches the ball really well. Makes good decisions.
Yeah, those sure hands are something every coach needs, especially at that position.
All right, this is it. This is important. You got about 2 minutes to go in the quarter. Got to get something going here. Lexington Catholic has to make a stop.
They need a big turnover here to try to get the momentum back on their side, Coach.
2:11 to go in the first quarter. Nevis sends Riffle in motion. Back to pass. Nevis fires it down the left side. It's going to be off the fingertips of Moore to the 10, 5, touchdown Mason Moore. 20-0 LCA.
Yeah, I think Brother Tressler over here pointed that out. The matchup wasn't good. The way it was covered wasn't good from the beginning.
I was going nuts over here pointing to the screen before that play. And, yeah, you could see that right away, Coach.
But the safety's not getting over there either. And the safety's back a good 15 yards. So there's some problems in that secondary. They need to correct them as fast as they can.
So Moore got the touchdown off with the fingertips. He'll come in and hold the extra point for Dobbs.
Andrew Dobbs, excellent kicker.
Place him down, kick up, and it's going to be
They blew the whistle,
flag down.
Probably movement on the offense, I would think.
You know, and to Lexington Catholic's defense, they've only got one senior back there in the secondary. Blake Busen's the only senior. Sam Clements, a sophomore. Pierre Louis, a junior.
Yeah, they're basically a seldom called offsides penalty against the offense.
And they've had Grant Gambrell back in the secondary too quite a bit, Steve. Extra point is up, and for a little further out, it's good. 2:01 to go, first quarter, 21-0 LCA over Catholic. Catholic's trying to get their offense going. We're back on the Amiga Beef Jerky High School Game of the Week.
Same apples, same phone, same coffee, same items, different prices. So why would you pay more for the same thing? Lexington Diagnostic Center and Open MRI can save you 30 to 60% compared to the costs of local hospitals. We have a state-of-the-art facility in the Lexington area. We believe that every patient deserves the best in affordable, quality care. Avoid surprise billing. Come to Lexington Diagnostic Center. Imaging focused on you. Same shoe.
We're back. That's been the busiest man on the field tonight, guys, Andrew Dobbs.
Yeah, and again, we're going to be speaking to his dad at halftime a little bit about a charity he runs. I think it'll be quite interesting for people.
Really special.
Yeah, really good. Anytime.
Dobbs into the kick, and here goes. And we've got, is that Blake Busen back deep? Yes, it is. It's a touchback. Bring it out to the 20-yard line.
I see a lot of little heads down here a little bit on Lexington Catholic. You know, they can't be that way. They've got to snap to it. Are we bringing that one back? Yeah, they're bringing it back.
Kick it again.
Yeah, you're right, Coach. I mean, some of those heads have dropped, and, you got to have faith. You got to have faith.
Yeah, you got to have faith. Yeah, Steve, and since this is a Lexington Christian, Lexington Catholic, I will repeat that. I told Mr. Tressler here, you have to have faith. And he said, I do have faith in God.
You got that right.
Yep.
And I think it's fair to say that the difference between Christians and Catholics is there's only one difference. It's the Eucharist, and that's it. That's the only thing that separates them.
Yeah, the charities that they do, the fact that they care for everybody, it's a wonderful experience to be here. And I coached here at Lexington Christian for 4 years, and I am Catholic. So it was fun for me.
Dobbs now from the 35. Kicks a high kick.
Oh, wow.
Houston runs over, takes it at the 2, comes out to the 5, 10, turns it up to the 20-yard line. Blake Busen.
Yeah, we had let's see, what's that number? It looks like the tackle was made by number 26, as far as I can see. Hunter Adams, 6'1", freshman, came in to make the tackle. No wonder he was so excited about that tackle. He's a freshman.
Hey, those young guys, they're making plays, You hear your name over the PA as a freshman. That's a big deal. That could be a homecoming date.
That's right.
Okay, I'll let that one pass.
Yeah, the freshman girlfriend hears your name up there. That's a big deal.
Yeah.
Goldman with twins to the left side, rolling left, sets up, throws it, and it's going to be incomplete. Trying to go to Busen up to the 35-yard line.
Again, pressure. LCA with pressure with Riffle again, and was number 68, I think it was, Steve. No, it couldn't be. I don't have a 68.
Well, Coach Charles, Doug Charles, head coach of LCA, has been with these seniors that are on the field since they were in 4th grade. They understand the system. They all know their roles, and that's what Catholic and Lexington Christian have in common. They've all had the same coach for a long time.
Yeah, and they really like Doug Charles too. Those young kids.
He's a winner.
Goldman, little flare out to the left side, and that's going to be incomplete to Busen.
Goldman's having a bad day, and he knows it.
Busen's having a bad day.
That's what I meant. Busen's having a bad day.
Yeah, Goldman's throwing it right to him.
And what do you say, Coach, to those guys when they start a game and they feel like they're just not all there? What do you
got to give them a play they can make. You don't tell them anything. You give them a play that they can make to get their confidence back.
Not time for a pep talk, is it?
No, absolutely not. And that goes the same with fumbles.
3rd and 10. Going back in the pocket, sets, and he's going to be pressured and sacked. And there to get him was Emerson, Jay Emerson.
Yeah,
there he is, Coach. There he is.
He's in on a lot of plays.
Drake was in there as well.
Yeah, Drake did a heck of a job. Emerson got a hold of him first, and then Drake came in, couple other guys to lock it up.
Emerson's got quick feet, and he uses his hands so well, pushing those offensive linemen's arms away from him to find open space.
It's got to be pretty frustrating for Lexington Catholic moving backwards like this, and this is not something they do. You know, they don't lose yardage like this.
Yeah. There's a kick by DeGraff, bounced at the 40, away. Good roll.
Absolutely.
Still rolling. 41-yard line. That's a great punt there by DeGraff.
He was almost 8 yards deep and punted it 59 yards.
Yep.
MVP so far for them. Pretty nice. Okay. I keep saying it, but Catholic has got to figure out something in the secondary. First of all, okay, let's look at it. They're not getting any pressure on the quarterback. They're not at all. And they're getting receivers open because the quarterback has so much time to throw the football.
You got to put pressure on them.
They're in the 3-4. The 3-4's got those 3 rushers. They're going to have to blitz those linebackers. They're going to have to go ahead and try to take that pass away if they can.
It's time to run some stunts and get those guys in there. You're right, Coach.
Now they're man.
Nevis gives to Selby, pulls his way to the 48-yard line. Pick up the 7 or 8 yards from Jeffrey Selby.
Okay, that time Catholic got out of their zone. They're running man-to-man. This is something they've done in the past last year. They're running man-to-man. Now, we get that camera back a little bit, maybe we can see if there's a safety back there.
Look at that shot, Coach, how clear that is.
It is.
Great shot.
There we go. That helps me a little bit.
Nevis, and they're going to move around, put more back at the running back. Got a full house now.
All right, they're back in their zone.
Moore's going to run it left side. He's down to the 45 and down to the 43-yard line. Let's see, Jack Mundy got him, tripped him up.
Nice block downfield. Everybody saw that. Major Brown for LCA. Nice block downfield. Mr. Brown is a 5'9" sophomore.
And that should do it for the first quarter. 5 seconds, and they'll move their chains and start the clock. LCA with a 21-0 lead here in this first quarter. 21-0 LCA over Catholic. Both teams number 2 in the state in their classes. Catholic has beaten Covington Catholic. They've got some big wins over PRP. And I tell you, they come in here and LCA has stunned them so far. Back to the second quarter on the Mingy Beach High School football game of the week on PrepSpin.com.
Same shoes, same mixer, same computer, same items, different prices. So why would you pay more for the same thing? Lexington Diagnostic Center and Open MRI can save you 30 to 60% compared to the costs of local hospitals. We have a state-of-the-art facility in the Lexington area. We believe that every patient deserves the best in affordable, quality care. Avoid surprise billing. Come to Lexington Diagnostic Center. Imaging focused on you.
At Atkinson Sims and Kermode, we are here to help you get back to what matters most.
Helping you through your financial situation is our only purpose. We are involved at every step, guiding you towards relief.
A better life can't exist after bankruptcy. Start your bankruptcy for as little as $78. Call us today and take the first step towards a new beginning.
Back at LCA with the second quarter action and the football at the 42 of Lexington Catholic. What can Catholic do, Coach, to get back in this game?
Everything they can. I mean, it's impossible for them until they can stop the Christian. They have to stop them first. Don't worry about their offense. You got to play some defense here.
Nevis back to pass, throws over the head of Brown.
Yeah, that was a bad pass. Again, they're man-to-man now, and they're trying to lock up on these receivers, and hopefully they feel like they can stay with them.
And that's a tough matchup when you got Xavier Brown out there. That's a tough matchup for Catholic to put anybody on him.
Right, that's when you run that cover one, where it's man-to-man underneath with the free safety. Safety can run wherever he wants to. He not only can he just stop the home run, but he can concentrate on one receiver or one side of the field.
And that's where Nevis is going to go here, too. He's going to go to Xavier Brown again.
Jeremiah Riffle, who has a touchdown, is in the backfield. Here's a draw, breaks a tackle for the 40-yard line, 35, and down the 34-yard line. as Klein and company come up make the stop. Also in there on the tackle was Chris Kern.
Yeah, that was a nice job of running the football there, too.
That's the first time they got him behind the line of scrimmage.
So it's 4th down and 2. 11 minutes to go in the first half. Catholic just needs like a turnover or something like that to get some momentum and possibly get back in the ball game.
And you said it, Coach, anything they can.
Anything they can.
Anything and everything.
Drew Nevis got Xavier Brown behind him, the running back. Moore's out to the left. Elijah Hammond's out to the right.
Catholic's playing run. They got 8 men within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage.
And there's a flag down. It's going to be against LCA, I believe.
I don't think there's a better place to watch the game from than the Whitaker Bank mobile broadcast studio.
I don't either. This is awesome.
Yeah, Can you imagine?
He knocked him out of bounds.
It's taking what the defense gives you right now.
35, going back to pass. Rolling right, steps up. He's got some running room at the 20.
I wonder if he's also talking to those players there. It looked like he may have been talking to them to settle down a little bit too. It's gotten a little heated out there.
That's interesting. First down.
And he dives forward to Graff, incomplete at the goal line.
He put some air under it. You know, it looked like it was going to be a good pass. McGrath had him beat. McGrath runs right by that guy, the defensive back, right by him.
Yeah, gave a little stutter step to Xavier Brown and was able to get himself open there, but just a little bit out of his reach.
Yeah, if you saw that, it looked like that he was trying to go inside a little bit after he got by him.
I thought so too.
And then the ball was thrown outside.
2nd down for Goldman. Gets the Hall and trying to he got
there
some to the 20. Let's see where they marked 35-yard line. Excuse me.
He might be the guy they've been looking for now.
Great job by Walker spinning out of that hand tackle attempt by LCA's defensive the linebacker there.
The offensive line for Lexington Catholic now has solved a couple little riddles there. They're starting to block these things better and keeping that defense out. The defense, even on running play.
LCA territory with that penalty.
You know, as we were going to the break, you said that beef jerky looked good.
Looked good.
Man, didn't it?
Yeah.
I was thinking, I know we've got a bag of that stuff. Houston, okay. Yeah. Houston senior, covered by a sophomore, making another big play out there.
Yeah. They ran a shallow cross. Again, they're getting a little impatient. The shallow cross was open. Catch that ball, get a good 6-7 yards.
3:45 to go here in the first quarter. We apologize for our scoreboard being down. We're trying to get that going 2nd quarter. Nevis Riffle running up to the 30, 35, and ran out of bounds at 38-yard line.
So strange when he runs. It doesn't look like he's running very hard.
He's got real quick feet. He has nice cuts, nice movements.
Doesn't make it look, makes it look effortless.
Look at that at halftime.
Clock we can tell you about.
114 and counting, according to Aaron Rose, producer.
This is the knife right here. This is the one.
Will they go for 2 to make it 36?
They will.
They might just to try to
28 to nothing. He was looking at his wristband. Full house backfield. He gives it Brown. He's going to take it down to 1. Good play by Jack Mundy.
Absolutely. Yep. We've called his name a lot tonight. 1990, I think, or 91 maybe.
Right.
That's where Steve and I met. Was a Horseman. Steve was a sideline reporter, and I did the radio for the Horseman.
Even to turn on the lights at
$20,000 to turn on those lights.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. So here's Moore.
Got him down there. Yeah.
That's a pay to Moore. Got him down there. They said, "Hey, you got to stay down there. We'll let you finish it off."
Yeah.
Then with that 1-yard run by Xavier Brown, which set up that touchdown we just watched.
Yeah, I think what's happening now is what you were talking about, guys, that the coaches on the sideline are going to have a little discussion. Okay, if we go for 2 and get it, we go to a running clock. But, do we want to do that to Lexington Catholic? Do we want to have a running clock right away?
plays LCA here next week.
And that's where the coach of LCA that's where he went to school.
Yeah.
So they were regional champs when he was in high school in the 70s. So, winning coaches, it doesn't matter where they go, they win. Flag there.
He's really been there for his team. Everyone last 10 years. I mean, he had 8 years running this with those players to where they are now. Back in the game.
Catholic nothing here at halftime. LCA on top. We'll be back when I make the big circuit. Game of the week on recruitment.com at halftime. UFOs.
When those players are out, those starters, they're on the sideline. They're not expecting to play again. They got their helmets on. They're talking to cheering behind the coach's back, making plans to go out. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, the other team starts catching up, and it's like, we got to put them back in. The coach says, "Once they're back in, take a chance on getting scheduled because they're not ready to go." And that's one of those that you get paid the little bucks, coins, big bucks. Coaches don't get out of this level. Unless you're in Texas. And so the penalty, I think you were going to say, was on Catholic and it's high school officials. Face mask.
High school sports have evolved thanks to Prep Spin. Tonight, catch all the hard-hitting action live and in real time as the game happens in 1080p HD video. Join us tonight for the Mingy Beef Jerky High School Football Game of the Week with the legend, Gary Ball, Coach Mike Meehan, and the king of stream, William Warfield. Nobody does high school football like Prep Spin does. The Mingy Beef Jerky High School Game of the Week comes your way now.
Services like mobile deposit. Get the app today and app Snap Deposit. Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky.
Welcome back to the mobile studios, Whitaker Bank Mobile Studios here at the campus of Lexington Christian Academy. This is Mike Meehan here, and it's been a very surprising first half, totally dominated by the Eagles tonight, 36-0. We'll have a running clock in the second half, maybe the first running clock Lexington Catholic has seen in many, many, many years. Again.com, we've had some people call in who are watching the broadcast from different parts, and we really appreciate that. Doing a nice job here with the King of Stream, William Warfield, Aaron Rose as a producer tonight, back with Steve Tressler, Gary Ball, and me. And we're going to start right now with our UFOs. Every year we do this. It is an introduction to different people involved in the program that do a great job. We call it the UFO, the Unheralded Football Overachiever. We make a phone call to the coaches during the week, Catholic nights. Coach Nigel Smith chose for this week's UFO Rob Rumpke. Coach Rumpke has meant a lot to this program over the last 25 years. Coach Smith talked to me a lot about how wonderful this guy has been and how dedicated to the program he's been. He's coached at all the levels and helped develop young men of great character for the program. One thing that these coaches at Lexington Catholic talk about, and Lexington Christian also, is the way that the character development is just as important as the football development. Coach Rumpke is a great man, a great family, a great wife, Linda, and sons in the Lexington Catholic football alumni program with Michael and Mark Rumpke do a lot with the alumni program. So congratulations to the UFO for Lexington Catholic, Rob Rumpke. Now we're going to move over to the Lexington Christian Academy, the Eagles UFO, their unheralded football overachiever. I'm going to read this to you because this comes directly from Coach Charles, all right? So this is verbatim. thank you again for reaching out to identify another UFO. This year we will recognize and honor the life of Russ Thompson, who has been an avid supporter of LCA football for the last 12 years. Unfortunately, Ross Thompson passed away unexpectedly after a lingering illness a couple of months ago, and we miss him very much. He was a selfless guy who would do whatever it took to advance the program. Russ was known to be a great encourager to young boys in getting them excited about football. He would literally walk the halls and get kids to come and try out. He's responsible for getting several of our current players out as early as first grade for flag football. Additionally, he would volunteer to do the operational stuff that goes behind the scenes, from fixing equipment, getting water, running the chains, running the clock, filming, feeding the boys, cleaning up, hauling kids to practice, working the gates, etc. There wasn't a job that Russ wouldn't do, and even when his health began to decline, he did it with a smile. Russ was also very instrumental in the success of our annual golf scramble, which we raised the majority of our operating funds. Russ's wife, April, has been by my side as team mom for the last 6 years. She has been such a blessing to LCA and our program, and has literally devoted hundreds of hours over the years to help me, our players, and their families. Russ's only son, Evan Thompson, is a senior wide receiver defensive back and has been an important part of the program as well. It's only fitting that we honor Russ and recognize April and Evan Thompson for their being a beautiful gift to everything LCA football. Our entire team and staff attended Russ's celebration of life earlier this summer, and our school and program will be honoring the Thompson family during our senior night festivities later this month. Thank you, Coach, for all, and this is to me, thank you, Coach, for all you guys do to promote high school sports. Your efforts to recognize the UFOs as both creative and appreciated. Doug Charles, head football coach, Lexington Christian Academy. Good man, Doug Charles, good program, honoring students. And again, just a reminder, I coached here for 4 years, back in the 2006, 7, 8, 9, I guess you could say years. Enjoyed every bit of it. Being a Catholic and coming to a Christian school and see the camaraderie and the love and the friendship that was here, it's pretty amazing, and I really appreciate that and appreciated that chance. All right, we're going to do something else really amazing here. I have a guest in the mobile studios today, and that is, we're going to talk a little bit about his son, but first I want to introduce you to Mark Dobbs. Yeah. Mark Dobbs. Mark is the father of the kicker for Lexington Christian Academy, Andrew Dobbs. Andrew has a special thing he does, and Mark, welcome to the mobile studios. And I want you to talk a little bit, first of all, about the Andrew Dobbs Kicks Against Cancer program.
Okay, well, Andrew, this being his senior year, he wanted to really do something special to help benefit other people. He's had a great 4-year career as a starter for LCA, but he wanted to do something more. And we were going to try to do something through Dance Blue, and it just didn't work out the way we wanted to. Private individuals are not able to raise money, but through Alex's Lemonade Foundation, they do pediatric cancer research and support for families dealing with a child with pediatric cancer. And so we came up with a system after he talked about it that we talked to Coach about it and so forth too, and that they would donate $1 for every, or we get donors to donate $1 for every extra point made, $2 for every touchback, and $3 for every field goal. Last year he led the state in field goals, but this year it doesn't look like we're going to need too many. So he's 1 for 1 this year, but we're probably not going to need too many. And,
well, he's motivated to kick that ball in the end zone, though, I'll tell you that.
Well, he's good at it. I think the grass is a little bit long tonight. I think he might have trimmed the top of it when he was kicking, and that one got a little short. But, yeah, he's putting about 90% of them, 95% of them in the end zone this year.
When did you notice that he has that sort of ability or that sort of desire to help out like that?
He's a very giving person. He's also the chair of the Dance Blue Foundation here, the LCA Dance Blue, not foundation, the Dance Blue Committee and he helps to organize movie nights to raise money and different things. So he's just a very giving person. He's quiet. He's quiet at home. He's very funny, but we hear that he talks when he's around his buddies. But he tries to do the right thing.
Okay, now
do good things.
Where did he get his kicking skills, from you or from the mom?
Well, I don't know. His mom says it's me, but I'm the one that's been out there chasing the ball around for years. But she's helped too, and he's just been a tremendous soccer player for years. And we recognized his kicking ability when he was just a little fella, and I've got pictures of him kicking when he was 7, 8 years old, kicking soccer balls, and it looks just like when he's kicking a football now.
Well, when did he decide to kick a football?
Well, in 7th grade, he decided he would try to do this, and it didn't work out with club soccer because he was going to kick for the 7th grade team, and he wasn't able to. So the first year he officially played football and kicked for the football team was in 8th grade for Coach Charles. And he saw him kick, and he said, "Okay, you're our kicker." And then he saw him punting. He said, "Okay, you can punt too."
That doesn't happen very often, by the way.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
A whole different technique.
That's right. So he had a great experience then. We won the state championship in 8th grade, and now all those kids are seniors, and on this team. And we've got a goal. We got to work hard. We got to keep grinding 1 week at a time. But our goal is to get to Kroger Field, and our goal is to walk off champions.
Well, let's go back and talk a little bit about the Andrew Dobbs Kick for Cancer. How can people get involved? How can the public get involved with that? What do they do? Can they send the funds? How do they do that?
Yes. Well, the best place to look for it is look for at Andrew Dobbs Twitter feed or at Dr. Mark 1 Twitter feed, and we usually post out a link before each game, and people can see the link. We actually post after the game. We post the results, and we come up with a point system, depending upon how many, extra points and touchbacks he's had in the game. So at the end of a game, there could be 11, what we call 11 points. There could be 17. Up to this point, his goal is to raise about $2,000, and hopefully he can raise more than that to go directly to Alex's. And at this point, I believe we are. He's at, let's see, he's at $549 this point, and this is our first home game, and so
early in the season, that's good.
Yeah.
Well, maybe the Prep Spin fans out there, maybe you can help out with this. What we'll do is I will, if you'll write down the Twitter accounts, and then for me, and then afterwards, I can post that on my Twitter account too, so we can maybe get that encouraged a little bit. So, pretty doggone good cause. You can be really proud of your son and proud of you, and I know what it would be like to be a kicking coach's father. They can put
nerve-wracking.
They can put that ball when they practice during the year. They can put that ball on one of those tees, stand-up tees, but somebody has to chase that ball around.
That's right.
So you must be in pretty good shape.
He works hard at it, and this summer he won a camp down in Murfreesboro with a 65-yard field goal, so he's doing okay.
Awesome.
One other way they can go to it is you can go to Alex's Lemonade stand, and you can go to I believe it's alexslemonade.org, ALEXS lemonade.org, and his page ID is E2593871.
We'll have to put that up somewhere, so people can see it and get it. So, okay, well, listen, thanks a lot. We're getting ready to start the second half in a few minutes, so I really appreciate you coming in, and we at Prep Spin really believe that these kids are more than just football players, and honestly, thank you and congratulations on your son, and hopefully maybe we can get a field goal out of this second half. I don't know. We'll see.
May not need one. I hope we don't. That'd be okay.
Oh,
I do appreciate you having me on and all the support you give to our all the kids in Central Kentucky and the state of Kentucky in their sports endeavors and everything. Volleyball, softball, golf, everything. So it's great.
Well, thank you very much.
Appreciate you. And sorry about my voice.
I
yell a lot.
You did a great job. All right, well, we're going to step aside here. We'll be back in a few minutes for the second half of the game. Again, 36-0 in favor of the Eagles in a game where they just got everything going on our singer. Well, first of all, William, we're going to stay here for a minute. Let Steve run over the the statistics real quick. Is that okay? Okay.
Just buy me a minute.
Okay.
I'll have you up in the jiffy on the scoreboard. I knew somebody on foot. I just knew it.
Well, you know, Coach, you really want to stay positive at this point if you're Lexington Catholic. But if you're Lexington Catholic's coaches, you're looking at these halftime stats and you're shaking your head because you're used to your team being on the other end of these continuous running clocks. So just talking some halftime stats here for Lexington Catholic. 6 first downs in the first half, 42 rushing yards, 30 passing yards, a total of 72 offensive yards total for Lexington Catholic tonight. 3 penalties for 35 yards, and they've turned the ball over twice. As far as Lexington Christian tonight, Lexington Christian 16 first downs, 163 rushing yards, 217 passing yards. Lexington Christian with 380 total offensive yards tonight. So look at the contrast there. Lexington Catholic offense, 72 offensive yards. Lexington Christian, 380. For penalties, Lexington Christian was penalized 7 times for 70 yards. So they definitely have the upper hand on penalties, which is not going to make their coach very happy. I'm sure that even with the lead, Coach Charles is going to say something to his guys about the penalties. Jack Goman tonight, quarterback for Catholic, 4 of 14 for 30 yards with a long pass of 11 yards tonight, but only 30 yards for Jack Goman passing in the first half. Granted, some of the receivers have had trouble holding on to the football, but he's also thrown 2 interceptions, very un-Jack Goman-like. You don't expect or see that from him. Everybody has a bad game. Walker Hall tonight rushing the ball 9 times for 24 yards. Jack Goman, 6 carries for 15 yards. Tonight, he also had the long carry for Lexington Catholic tonight of 12 yards. Receptions, Hunter Foster, 1 reception, and then 3 other receivers with 1 reception. Nobody with more than 1 catch tonight for Lexington Catholic. Hunter Foster has 1, Walker Hall, Corbin Perry, and Tanner Pedroci, all with a single catch tonight. Now on the other side, Lexington Christian, everything's firing on all cylinders. Everything's going really according to their game plan. Drew Nevis, he's 10 of 15 passing tonight, 217 yards, 3 touchdowns. Jeremiah Riffle, Coach, we talked about how easy he makes things look. 4 carries, 74 yards. He's averaging almost 20 yards a carry tonight. So everything just, he makes it look easy. He's going to go somewhere and play college football. There's no doubt. Jay Emerson, 4 carries, 29 yards. Xavier Brown, it feels like we've said his name all night, but he's only had 5 carries tonight, 24 yards. And then Selby, 3 carries, 17 yards. Receiving, we'll get to that as we're getting ready for second half action. Gary?
Thank you very much, Steve, with those stats. Those stats provided by WL Stats. Kenny Bourne, as Dobbs has it teed up, and that was a good interview with his father.
Yeah, nice job. I really appreciate guys like that who support their sons, but his son's doing a fantastic job raising that money for pediatric cancer. People out there, let's go. Let's kick in a little bit. Let's give it a little bit.
Dobbs into the football, and the second half is underway. And it goes, what else? Deep in the back of the end zone, touchback.
Well, let's see. We got the ball with Lexington Catholic first.
The only time they returned the ball against Dobbs when there was a penalty.
Yeah, and they moved him back. And, boy, it's hard to cheer against a kid who does that kind of stuff on the side. When he's raising money for charity, he's still in high school, you don't cheer against that.
Okay, let's see if there's any adjustments made. I know we're going to have a running clock. As soon as this ball snapped, it'll be a running clock the rest of the
It'll be a quick second half, guys.
Yes, it will.
And Goman
really splitting the field here.
Trips out to the left. Jack Goman at the 20-yard line, back in the pocket. Pump fakes, fires it, and it's behind Busey, and that's going to be pass interference.
Yeah, I think he grabbed a hold of him just as he made that cut, trying to get the outside there. So
I think Blake Busey will have a big second half.
Okay.
Well, you hope so. You know what? Because we're not used to seeing him have a bad half or a bad quarter.
That's right.
I don't think it just surprised me, but it surprised you guys and probably everybody on the Lexington Catholic sideline.
Steve, I go back to that Cub Cath game a couple of years ago. That kid was catching the ball down the middle, had 2 85-yard touchdowns, and he's a real deal. He's just not having a great game, but he'll have a good second half.
And he was doing it as a sophomore. against a pretty good team there.
State championship team.
Yeah.
Yeah. Catholic is just not the same. I mean, that going up to Covington Catholic and beating Covington Catholic that's a big deal right there.
They were playing Ryle tonight. Inside handoff to Hall. He's to the 40 and maybe the 41-yard line. Tackled right there, and the tackle made by the middle linebacker, and that was Nichols, I believe.
It was, yes.
Will Nichols.
Well, Walker Hall is a junior, and I'm really, really happy to see Lexington Catholic developing him as a running back. He's got the skills that they need, especially when you get down close to the goal line.
Goldman rolling right, sets, throws. It's a diving catch made into LCA territory, and it's made there by Hunter Foster.
Very good play by Goldman. That's what I've been looking for. He's a right-handed quarterback. Watch, he's going to the right. Yeah, we're going back to the other team. He was going to the right and throw that ball across his body in an excellent pass.
Goldman. Oh, and it goes to Mundy, and Mundy catches that ball. He's still running, but the pass was out in front of him.
Yeah, it was out in front of him. Quick throw. He had a little release down the middle and just got rid of the ball quickly. Just wasn't quite there.
Sorry, Coach. And Jack Mundy saying, boy, I wish I had that chance to grab that again.
Clock moving on a running clock.
Christian's backed up. They're just playing cover 2 now. You can see the zone all the way. Playing the pass.
Yep.
4 men on the front on the defensive line. Goldman goes to the near side. It's caught by Mundy at the 44-yard line.
Not much of a gain, but they're getting, got to get that confidence back in your quarterback throwing that football. Nice job, offensive line. They're holding their own now for sure.
And Coach, your old team, Bryant Station, handling Tate's Creek tonight. They're up 42-0.
My very first coaching job, Bryant Station.
Tate's Creek, the opponent of Lexington Catholic next week at Catholic. 3rd down and 7.
Nice, there it is again.
First down to the 34-yard line.
That's a nice job. He's doing a nice job of running the football tonight. Pick that little hole. The offensive line creates a little seam there.
Is he doing that, Coach, because his receivers are covered, or is this a scripted thing they're trying to do?
It's a scripted thing. It's a run all the way.
Give the Walker all dances into the line, cuts it back, hit hard,
nice,
and a nice tackle there, and making that tackle. Let's see who that is. Getting up off the pile there was Selby.
Yeah, and great job by Walker Hall that time. You know what? He didn't just charge the hole blindly, Coach. He looked for a spot. He waited on his blocker, and then he made a few moves.
Good block by Quentin Duffy on that play, too.
Oh, yeah.
2nd and 6. Twins of both sides. Low snap. Pass over the middle. It's caught. And down to the 15. Battling down to the 10. Still on his feet to the 6. That's a good effort there by Tanner Pedroshi.
Nice job by Tough Guy. That, I think, was an RPO, gentlemen. That's the first one I've been able to recognize. Not saying they haven't run it, just the first one I've been able to recognize. What's the offense? It's a little late.
You're right. The left tackle and guard pulled on that.
Yeah, they're blocking run to the. They're blocking zone to the left, and then they ran the pass back the other way.
Yeah.
So I would think that's an RPO.
Good catch here, Coach.
But we have
like
another daggone penalty.
Another penalty, man.
Well, you hate that, especially after that run. It may have been on the receiver there, kind of standing over the defender when he finally got brought down. I wonder if that's what it was.
I don't. No, that penalty, it would have been dead ball. That would have been the penalty would have been 15 yards from where he ran the ball. This is way back. This is way back.
It was on the line.
4 receivers to the near side. Goldman pump fakes, rolls left and hit and sacked. Good play turned in by LCA. Making that was Bivens, Will Bivens.
I noticed that they just didn't seem the Knights didn't seem ready for even to snap that ball. I'm looking at the receivers out here, and they were still looking at looking back for blocks.
Not a lot of gang tackling tonight, too. It's always been 1 or 2 guys in on the tackle. You don't see everybody on the football.
Ethan Lunsford's in there now. Backup player at tackle for LCA. Goldman Little flare out to Hall, catches it, 30, gets a block.
Nice cut.
He's at the 20, down to the 18-yard line. Good job by Walker Hall.
He doesn't mess around, does he, man? He puts his shoulder down. He runs over people. Watch this. Now, he has a nice move coming in here.
Had to wait for the ball.
Nice catch, nice back. Now watch this. He said, no. Boom.
Great time to get their biggest offensive play of the night, too. Keeps the drive alive.
Especially with no flags.
And here's quarterback Goldman down to the 14-yard line. Stopped there by the player I was talking about, Ethan Lunsford.
He's good. I think we got some kids cramping out here, too.
Yeah, Lunsford came right in and made the play, Gary. You're right.
That'll stop the clock. We have a player cramping there.
First one tonight.
Yeah, pretty good sign. Fourth game, though, or fifth game, really, for some.
And you know what? That'll stop the clock.
That's the only thing to stop it is an injured player.
So they were both 4-0, Gary Ball, and there was one forfeit involved, correct?
Yes.
Somebody.
Was it Belfry that was a forfeit for Catholic? Yes, Catholic.
Yeah, that was it.
Now, timeouts, does that stop the clock, Coach?
Timeouts.
So timeouts and injuries, right?
Timeout, stop the clock, injuries, stop the clock, and change of possession, like kickoffs and stuff.
So if you're Catholic, you want to fake an injury on every play. So keep this.
Hey, I can tell you a story about that too. When my dad was coaching many years ago, probably in the 40s or early 50s, he wanted somebody to go in and fake to stop the clock because they desperately needed it. He was out of timeouts. He sent this guy in, and the guy faked a heart attack.
Stop it.
Oh, Lordy.
And so, that was a penalty for bad acting.
Yeah.
Oh, that is great.
Oh, nice.
Down to the 11-yard line, stopped by Selby, was Goldman.
Coach, you wanted him to go wide there, didn't you?
Yeah, I want him to get wide. He's just a little hesitant. I don't blame him. That's good defense over there. I'm not saying he has any fear. Goldman has no fear. Let me tell you that right now. He's Batman.
He's a tough cookie.
Oh, he is. Batman, but even Batman has trouble sometimes.
That's when Robin comes in. 3rd down and 3. Goldman delayed draw, and then down to the 8-yard line. He's close. I think he's got the first down.
I hope he has it. Yeah, he's got it.
Yeah, I think so. He picked his spot, Coach. He went down that time, and he picked his spot on this play, and he got the first down.
Nice. And again, his offensive linemen are doing a good job. I mean, there's some tough dudes in there on Lexington Christian over there.
And, this is the first time I've seen LCA's players with their hands on their hips.
Yeah.
So they're getting a little winded.
Javante Emerson in there, number 32, at that tackle, defensive tackle, in the 4 gap.
Goldman shovels inside to Monday, gets down to the goal line, and it's going to be touchdown.
Yeah, he was already down.
Yeah, he was over. That little shovel pass was good. Now, it looked like somebody almost got a hand on it, but I like that play. I really do.
Selby looked like he was in position to maybe make a play on it, but Goldman just gave it a little bit too much speed there, a little fast on the flick, and got it to his guy.
See, the defense is upset because they want a shutout.
Yes, little brother wanted to shut out big brother.
They want a shutout.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, these guys see each other around town. It's bragging rights.
Yep. Here comes the kick from DeGraff out of the hold of Bennington. 36-6, 5:34 to go, 3rd quarter. Low snap, and DeGraff kicks it up and through.
What a job by DeGraff on that.
He did that just from standing still.
I've never seen a stutter step kick. I mean, he stopped, waited for the holder, and then just popped his leg out.
Yeah, no sweat.
He's a real deal as a kicker. So is Dobbs, the kicker for LCA. We'll be back 36-7 LCA, 5:34 to go in the 3rd quarter on the Minky Beach Game of the Week on PrepSpin.com.
This is where it all started, right here on this farm. We may have grown over the years, but we've never lost sight of what was important to us. We're continuing that tradition today, and we always will be for generations to come.
We're back, and Lexington Catholic tees it up. DeGraff at the 40 and set to kick off the LCA here in the third quarter, 36-7.
Let's see if he kicks the ball in the end zone this time.
Here's a kick by DeGraff. Noah's going to do an onside kick, and it doesn't go the 10 yards. Went about 8 or 9.
Okay, now the receiving team actually has 3 choices on this. People don't realize that. You can take the ball in the 35. You can take the penalty, which is 5 yards, and kick again.
They're going to kick it again.
They're going to kick it again. Yeah, they're going to kick it again.
The LCA crowd hasn't gone anywhere, but a lot of the Lexington Catholic crowd has departed. I saw a lot of them leaving in the parking lot at halftime.
You know, it's worth noting that Lexington Catholic's left guard, Harrison Romero, he's been out there playing all night with a broken hand. So he's sucking up some pain and taking it for the team out there. So tough kid.
Got a club on.
You got that right. That sucker's taped up good.
Here's a deep kick, and it will go back to the 5-yard line. What a kick. Riffle comes up to the 15 and dancing to the 20 and tackle from behind.
Nice job.
Nice play. We can find out who that was. That was Walker Hall.
Yeah, 24. Walker Hall came in to make the tackle from behind. Yeah. Again, he was breaking tackles again. Good running.
Breaking tackles and making tackles.
4:37 and counting in this running clock. A beautiful night, beautiful stadium. I mean, this place is beautiful. They are the only team in town now with a grass field. Am I correct?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe that's one of the issues. Catholic hasn't played on that much this year at all.
It's a softer surface. So. Oh, I don't think that's the main issue.
No, I don't either. 36-7 is the main issue.
Yeah.
LC on top. Nevis gives in the middle, running hard. That's Riffle, Jeremiah Riffle, up to the 40-yard line.
20 yards, right on his average. That guy's just made it look so easy tonight.
Yeah, I think maybe there could be some substitutes in there on defense. I'm trying to spot. If you guys see anybody new, let me know. Pierre Louis is in the corner over there.
Low snap, and he dives on the 35-yard line. Loses 5 yards. 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Going to be a fast-moving second half because of the running clock.
Lexington Christian taking their time. They're in no big hurry with that big lead that way.
Gary Ball with Mike Meehan and Steve Tressler tonight. William Warfield on videography and Aaron Rose producing.
And thanks to both of you guys for letting me be part of the team tonight. I've had a lot of fun, and you guys have been doing an incredible job for more than a decade now together, and it's always great listening to you guys and even more fun to be here with you.
Well, we enjoy having you too.
Give up the gut for Jeremiah Riffle to the 50, 45-yard line. He wouldn't go down.
So I didn't hear much about Riffle before this game.
He wasn't even listed as a starter. I didn't even have him on my backup on my charts.
And what's crazy is even with nobody, when there's nobody on him, he runs that way. When there's 10 people on him, that's the first gang tackle, and he dragged them all with him.
And nice holes around through. Grant Vaught, 6'3", 265-pound senior, opened up a nice hole. I like this offensive line. They don't get enough credit for what they do. Really,
Coach,
they're just excellent.
No, they don't.
I got to ask you, Coach, Kentucky and Chattanooga, who wins tomorrow?
Kentucky by, I don't think it'll be a big blowout. Probably Kentucky by.
The question this week is how people are going to watch the game.
Yeah.
Kentucky by 36. Honestly, how you watch the game, you go to the University of Kentucky website, football website, and supposedly they tell you the secret.
Javante Emerson was a ball carrier that time.
And I have no idea what that secret is. And I think the secret is, if you can't do it, ask a kid.
That's right. Somebody with technical.
Find a 10-year-old like Peyton Warfield to show you how to get it.
Yeah, that's what you do.
Yep. 2nd and 8 for Drew Nevis. Nevis gives to Devontae Emerson. He's still running down the 35-yard line, excuse me.
Why are we stopping the clock?
Yeah, that's interesting because the official made the sign to stop the clock.
Yeah, but they didn't stop it, so that's good. They're not listening to the official.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Kentucky 42-10, Gary.
Oh, those are good picks.
I'm just wanting to see Bo Allen get in there and sling that ball.
I think he will. I think he will tomorrow.
Yeah.
He did in the first game in Maine. He did a nice job. He got right up in his face and threw a dart down the middle. Give off the left side and running down to the 30-yard line and barrel right there. And that is going to be Frankie Knight. Frankie Knight, number 2.
Sam Clements on the tackle. Yeah, we got a penalty on this one too.
Looks like it. Looks like it, Coach.
That's the only thing slowing this game down, by the way, are these penalties.
We had an issue with that our first game with Bourbon County and East Jessamine.
But you have 15 penalties in the first half.
First half. It was a 3-hour and 10-minute game.
Timeouts, injuries, and penalties will stop that running clock, won't they?
We did a double header here in the bowl game this year, and I got home at 1 o'clock in the morning. That was a long day.
I tuned into that one. I did not stay all night to 1 though on that game. Not for the second one.
Barnhart is in the game. He splits out to the left.
Getting some subs, that's good.
With Knight, back to pass, Nevis. Steps up in the pocket, throws it, and incomplete over the head of Mason Moore. That's going to do it for the third quarter.
Yeah.
Third quarter will come to a close. Catholic put a touchdown up. They trail 36-7 into the third quarter. We'll come back for the fourth final stanza on the Mingy Beef Jerky Game of the Week on PrepSpin.com.
This is Gary Ball for Crown Trophy of Lexington. Crown Trophy offers youth sports awards, corporate awards. They offer signs and a full line of promotional products. They're located at 2680 Wilhite Drive on the corner of Nicholasville, New Circle Road, just behind Starbucks. Stop by and pick up your copy of our 85-page catalog. Crown Trophy is nationally known, but locally owned with 150 stores nationwide. Crown Trophy, the official provider of plaques for the Scholastic Ball Report and Prep Spin.
Okay, we're back here on the air. Again, the Lexington Catholic scored right there at the end of toward the end of the quarter. So we are back at 36-7 now, running clock going. And Gary, all I can say is that Lexington Christian is the real deal.
Oh man, they are just something else. And they play Pikeville next week. If Pikeville didn't play with them, I don't see anybody else on the schedule playing with them.
No, I don't either. I think it's Coach Charles has done a really good job of bringing these guys along. But again, okay, they're doing everything right. Lexington Catholic is making a lot of errors, a lot of mistakes. They're having trouble with the offensive line blocking on our defensive line. I mean, stopping the run. The passing game, Lexington Christian is working really well. They both run a spread offensive look. It's not like they're not used to seeing that, you know. But again, Catholic's they're gonna be all right. They've got a way of picking things up, and they'll finish this year off strong.
LCA's players on both sides of the ball are not missing assignments either. They're putting their hands on the player they're supposed to be on. They're making good plays. I mean, give them a lot of credit because they came to play tonight. They showed up. They've done their jobs. And, Catholic just having a rough time, maybe not playing the way we're used to seeing Lexington Catholic play.
That's right. Remember the Scholastic Ball Report Sunday at noon. We've got Corbin on as the Team of the Week. Scholar athletes from LCA cheerleading. Bridget DeVries will talk to Peter Gray at UK Sports Medicine. Highlights, that's what people like, Coach.
They like it. It's good. I like the things, the educational stuff that you do.
Riffle, good tackle by Monday, and the big defensive lineman, Quentin Duffy, got him.
You know, on the Scholastic Ball Report, I love the youngsters you bring in that do reporting. I think that's just so neat that they get a chance to actually make that and make a production themselves and be a part of it.
Yeah, we did have Little P on there. Remember him, Coach?
Oh, he was amazing. He was so much fun.
Now he is on MTV.
I remember Little P.
Yeah, he's on MTV now.
Yeah, he was really good.
What show is that, Bridget, that Little P's on? I can't remember, but he's made it to a TV show this fall.
And he got his start with you?
That's right. 11:10 to go in the ball game. Nevis fakes, rolls, looks, trouble, breaks down. Now he's going to be run out of bounds. Big 79 Duffy got it. There's a flag. I don't know what happened, but they say that Duffy might have pushed him.
Yeah, he pushed him a little late. I don't think it was anything serious. I think that would be one to ignore, I think.
I think so, especially at this point of the game. You know, Cannon Mackley, Duffy, and Hall did a good job chasing him out of bounds there.
Garrison McKinney, 6'2", 290-pound sophomore offensive lineman in for LCA now on the right side. He did a pretty doggone good job of holding up there, getting his block. So there may be some different people moving in the game there. So
get the call here from the official. Or maybe he made it there. It looks like.
Yeah, he already made it. It was a personal foul.
Okay. Not much there for that.
Number 50 in there at center, I think. Number 50 for Lexington Christian, Ben Royce, 6', 265-pound senior. Doing a good job.
72. Let's see. He's normally a starter.
Gillespie, yeah.
They're the left guard position, yeah. Garrison McKinney, 6'2", 300-pound sophomore.
300-pound sophomore.
I'd hate to see Mom's grocery bill.
Oh, it'll be a killer.
Wow. 10:39 to go. Nevis throws it downfield. Moore tried to make a one-handed grab and couldn't come up with it.
He tried for the big one-handed catch. Now, we've seen a couple of those over the years, Gary, from these players.
Coach Charles told me that Mason Moore can play 5 or 6 positions.
He's smart. He's athletic. Excellent.
You make a catch like that in the MAC, and you're going to be in the transfer portal pretty soon. These guys are going to have people calling you up and asking you to get in that transfer portal when you play like that.
You know, that Johnny Bruce Drake, we've looked at him a little bit tonight, and he looked pretty good.
Sure has, Coach.
Goldman now pitches now to Hall as Lexington Catholic takes over on downs.
Yeah, nice tackle by, I guess it was Riffle again. Jeremiah's been both sides of the ball.
Oh, he's been everywhere.
If I was I'm not coaching, but I think I'd pull Mr. Riffle out, give him a little Gatorade
fourth
break.
Quarter, 9 minutes to go. Why not?
Give him a little Gatorade break.
36-7 lead. Gelman drips it out to the top, fakes in the line, throws it to Busen, incomplete. It's just a little bit off tonight. Gelman's a little bit off.
Yeah, he's not putting that. It's almost like maybe something's bothering him. He's not getting the zip on the ball that he normally gets. Normally that ball would be zipped right in there. But again, you know, people have off nights. But I guarantee you he'll go to work.
Yeah, you know, this is one of those films where coaches do one of two things. They either show it to them as a learning tool or they burn it. And they say, you know what, we're not going to watch the game. We're better than this.
Going back to pass, gets it over the middle. And that's Pedroshi up to the 35-yard line.
But, Steve, I'm getting a kick out of you calling it a film. I don't think they've used film since maybe 1970 or something.
Well, I was talking to you, Coach.
Oh.
I wanted to relate to you.
Oh, I got a story about that, too, sometime I tell you.
It's fourth down for the Knights. Goldman back in the pocket. Goldman. Time, throws it over, and it's over the head of Busen, and incomplete, and LCA would take over in downs.
All right, now let me tell you the story real quick. When I was coaching Brown Station back when I was a young whippersnapper, it was about 1971.
Boy, you were young then.
We watched films, and literally with that 16-millimeter projector or whatever that made that clicking noise like that.
Oh, wow, yeah.
And it was in the dark. We did it in the locker room downstairs. And I noticed the dang thing was sparking. I was the one running the projector because I was a young guy. I'm running the projector, and the thing's sparking. Well, you got to get these guys work, no question about it. Catholic's got some big guys in there.
I asked Doug Charles for lineouts and starters. He gave me an offensive sheet, guys. Look at this. It goes about 5 deep. It does.
He's on the ball.
Attention to detail.
Josh Terrarina was that ball. He's in the backfield, 14. Give right side. And
nice cut.
Frankie Knight to the 10. Boy, Knight running hard. Frankie Knight. He's a Knight against the Knights.
That's right. Number 9 making the tackle, and that's Riffle, right?
9 for Catholic?
No, my fault. For Catholic, that would be Foster, Blake Foster. 6 foot, 186-pound junior.
LCA's trying to score, don't you think so? I mean, 36-7, they got the lead. They want to score here in the second half.
You know what I would do? I'd kick a field goal so that young man could get a few more bucks on his first.
Raise a little more money, right?
More money for his charity. Come on, coach, let him kick a field goal.
Drew Davis, low snap, Terrarina inside to the 5, takes it down to the 4-yard line. Hit by Jack Mundy. Mundy scored the lone touchdown tonight for Catholic.
Long night for the Knights.
Yep.
Just 5:25 to play, guys.
Ryle 27-13 over Highlands tonight.
And remember, first game of the year, Catholic went up to Ryle and beat them.
Yeah. Bethlehem 56-7 over Western Hills. Ballard 49, Butler 0.
Who's winning the male Trinity game?
Check on that for you, Coach.
Anthony John's in there again at guard. Timeout. LCA. Timeout LCA. Again, got the scoreboard working for you, 36-7. 4:56 to go in the football game.
Well, Doug Charles has to know how special this LCA team. They lost in the state championship by 1 point to Beechwood, but they're coming back this year. I tell you what, if Beechwood's better than LCA, and I follow Beechwood for a lot of years, as you guys know, they got Cam Hergert back. For one thing, I don't know how you get a Mr. Football back. I don't know how that works. Mr. Football comes back, but I don't think Beechwood's got enough to handle this LCA team. That's just my opinion.
Just they're so good at all phases, Gary. They're so good in their kicking game, their offense, defense, and so on. Yeah, I think so. The games we saw that were good. Remember Somerset LCA games? Those games were really good football games.
Somerset was playing Corbin tonight.
Corbin's pretty, yeah.
Yeah, they're real good. Number 1 in the state.
Yeah. Now you had Corbin on your show, right?
Yeah, it's Classic Ball Report Sunday at noon. Shameless plug there.
It's not shameless. It's a good show.
We thank Steve every time we go to Catholic. Steve plugs this Classic Ball Report. We really appreciate you, Steve.
Absolutely. I'm a fan of the show and a fan of the brand. I like what you do for the young people.
Well, we like what you do for Catholic, all the public address announcing and all that. Used to do radio at MJR. Give the Emerson hit and dropped. First time he's been stopped in the backfield.
Yeah, my favorite thing, Steve, that you do, I mean, I've told people this, when they're having fireworks. They're having fireworks. Go ahead, tell them what you say.
Well, anytime a new team comes to town, we say, folks, as a reminder, the fireworks show is for Lexington Catholic fans and students only. We ask our visitors from whatever school, please, don't look up. And then we tell them, hey, we're just kidding, because we don't want them to think we're the uppity people who have a fireworks show. And I stole that from the movie The Flamingo Kid.
I don't care where you
that
stole
80s movie with Matt Dillon.
At least you're man enough to say you stole it.
Yeah, it's a funny line, though. It really is.
I love it, yeah.
Yep. Neva set pitches now on the right side
tonight,
and he's going to take it to Frankie Knight's going to get in.
Yeah. Frankie Knight his senior gets a touchdown on the board in front of the home crowd. That always feels good.
Frankie Knight, number 2.
Yep, here we go. Watch a little pitch outside. Watch the blocking. Reach blocks. He bounces. Oh, a little hold got away with there.
Yep.
Number 4, a little hold. They didn't see it, but that's all right. I mean, that's one of those takedowns you see in wrestling.
Coach, that update you asked for, Gary, the update you asked for, Male 24, Trinity 10.
Male is the real deal. Number 1 in the state overall.
Beechwood 27-7 on Cuff Catholic right now.
So that makes Trinity 0-4, 0-5.
5.
0-5 this year.
And for a 27-time state champion, that's not something you hear.
Well, Bob Beatty retired, and when he retired, I tell you what, people don't realize what a great coach he was. They realize it now.
And how much kids wanted to play for him.
That's right.
That's it. That's a big thing, too. Now, St. X has kind of picked up their program a little bit, too. Now, they were slipping for a while.
Shout out tonight to Jamie Lee Patterson, Sherry Patterson's son, lives around the corner from us. And shout out to those. Plays at LCA.
Yeah, Sherry Patterson's daughter, also a fantastic volleyball player. Sherry, former Cincinnati Bengal cheerleader herself, and she is the owner of Cheer Elite. They hold a lot of these huge cheerleading competitions throughout the state.
I wanted to also, since I have a minute, I guess brag like a proud papa. My son Ben, who played football at Dunbar here.
Yeah, and West Virginia.
West Virginia, yeah. He is now a lieutenant colonel in the Air Force, and he is in Texas right now, in Santa Fe area, in charge of the medical stuff that goes on with the people coming in from Afghanistan.
No kidding.
And it's amazing the things that they're doing. They built an entire city in 2 days or 3 days. They've got a whole medical emergency facility, a hospital, and so on.
Yeah.
We're getting texts periodically from him.
I interviewed Ben here at halftime. We just want to thank him very much for his service.
Yeah, it's just amazing what they're doing down there. And there's a get them settled here.
Running the place now.
No, absolutely not.
Dobbs has it teed up, and we're just about 4:19 in running here in the ball game. Dobbs into it, kicks it, and it's going to be another touchback. How many touchbacks? He's had, 5-6 touchbacks tonight?
I think so, yeah. Just Mr. Dobbs can kick the football. His father talked a little bit at halftime with his dad, and his dad was pretty impressive, too. His dad said one of the toughest things is as a father with a kicker is chasing the balls around all the time in practice during the summer and so on. And I can imagine what that'd be like. In baseball, when you have kids that play baseball and you want to work on the hitting, you get a bucket of balls, that's fine, but who chases them? Mom, sister, brother, everybody.
It's a team effort.
Family time.
That's get it. They blew it dead. I thought it was thrown backwards. Trying a little bit of everything. Goman's still in the game. That surprises me too.
Yeah, it's probably a good time to bring him out and give that backup a chance. 3 minutes left, down like you are. You don't want to risk injury, but you also want to give those guys some experience.
That's the big thing.
Goman, inside handoff, and that's Hall, I believe. Yes, Walker Hall. He got
a little bumping and pushing going on, but big lineman on the linebacker. That linebacker, number 45, that's Cooper Gadalis.
Sophomore. Another sophomore out there. Jake Nash bouncing heads with him, and cooler heads prevailed. They both walked away.
Absolutely.
Goman rolling to the right, keeping it, tucking it. Goman with a nice run, up to the 42-yard line. That's what he took a big hit there, and that's what y'all were talking about.
Yeah, that would be a good, after a nice run like this, he puts his shoulder down, tries to get some extra yardage. Guys trying to block downfield for him. Give him a little break now and say, hey, look, that was a good confidence builder on your run.
And you don't want to get him hurt at a point like this in the game either. And Ethan Lundford chased him out of there, and that Goman was able to pick up the first down.
Will Benson, the backup linebacker, made the hit on him. Pass complete. Pedrosi dropped the ball.
Dropped the ball.
He was running with it, and it was kind of bobbling around there. And it's tough because there's a defender coming at you, and you're doing a couple things at once.
And Pedrosi's down.
With 1:31 to go in the game, Pedrosi's down.
And he got hurt.
Well, you hate to see that, especially at this point of the game. And Tanner is all heart, too.
Yeah.
Well, guys, next week, I think we're at Lexington Catholic. We're at Lexington Catholic for Tate's Creek, I believe.
Yes. Think so.
Tate's Creek did what tonight?
Tate's Creek, they lost tonight. They got hammered, Coach. If we go back, I think Bryan Station beat them pretty solid, 42-0. Newport Central Catholic, 48. Covington Holy Cross, 14. Bishop Brosser, 13. Lloyd Memorial, 8. Cincinnati College Prep, what used to be Cape, 34. Newport, 6. Got a few other scores coming in we'll tell you about here as well. East Carter, 40. Perry County Central, 8. And, of course, Beechwood having no trouble with Cove Catholic, Gary, 27-7. And that was a surprise. And I agree with both of you. I think Beechwood, if they end up meeting Covington, or if they end up meeting Lexington Christian, they're going to have all kinds of trouble.
Beechwood's got to get through Mayfield first before they get to LCA.
Oh, buddy, Mayfield's always good. Yep. That's a great football team, as far west in the state as you can possibly go.
That was our opponent when I was here at LCA for the state championship game.
Mayfield.
I think you did that game, didn't you, Gary?
What's that?
Did you do the Mayfield Lexington Christian game when I was here?
Yes.
The state championship game?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I've done the state championship for the last 20 years, but I didn't get to call it last year because of health problems, but I enjoy doing it. We'll see what happens this year.
Yeah.
2 years ago, I went down to Mayfield and gave them a pep talk the week of their state championship game where they played Somerset, I believe, and they lost on the last play of the game.
Yeah, Kyron Sharon threw a touchdown pass. Yep.
Yeah. And
boy, he's going to be a good quarterback. You got some good quarterbacks at UK.
They do. They really do. That transfer portal, it's really killing those second, third team quarterbacks because they know they can play somewhere else.
Yeah, Bobo Allen could play at a lot of colleges.
Oh, he could play at any college. Absolutely.
Yeah.
The only place he probably couldn't play is the Air Force Academy, is all the military academies. They run that option stuff, and he's a passer, baby. He needs to be back there throwing that ball.
Yeah, he's got to be in the pocket. This does not look good for Tanner.
He's not putting any weight on that leg, is he?
Oh, no, it's his left leg. I hate to see that. Especially with a guy like him, big contributor, team guy, loved by everybody.
Well, let's just hope he's okay. There's a student section getting ready to storm the field here. They're getting directions from the athletic director probably, saying, no, wait a minute, guys. One of the things that they like to do at Lexington Christian is everybody's on the field during the talk at the end when Coach talks to them. And the parents are out there, everybody's out there.
Terry Johnson setting the fans straight over there, as he has to.
Giving them a prep talk, not a pep talk, but
an AD talk.
That's right.
1:25 to play. Goman back to pass. He's got some running room. Rose the left side, tripped up, and a good play there. Turned in by LCA.
Barnhart.
Barnhart made a nice play.
Nate Barnhart, nice play. Good tackle. Got those legs like a rugby tackle.
Wrapped him up good.
Going to be less than a minute here.
Yep. 43-7. Is this This score surprises me, Coach.
Me too. Way, way surprises me.
Going. Back to pass. Rolls right, sets, throws. It's caught. And to the 47-yard line.
Yeah, like you said, Gary, it surprises you guys. Not that LCA won the game, but just the score differential is just, amazing.
Yeah, I told you before the game, I thought they had a really good chance to win it, and I didn't expect this kind of a score. I think this score surprises LCA.
Yeah. Bennington made that catch. Spencer Bennington. Goldman throws it deep down the right side, and it's going to be pass interference. To the receiver was Walker Hall at the 19-yard line.
They got a break on that one. That was really good interference call.
Well, you know what?
Official made a good call.
And Walker Hall did a good job. He set up the freshman on that really well. He slowed down, came back to the ball, and Hunter Adams getting some playing time out there, and he knows that he made a mistake. He look at him. I mean, he's got his hands on his knees. He knows it.
Yeah.
But you know what? The good thing about freshmen, they become sophomores.
Yep.
That's right.
Yep.
He gets to be out there playing too. Big time in a game. A good football team against a good football team, and he's out there playing. He go home and have his Gatorade and
I got in the game.
Chocolate milk and cereal or whatever.
Going back to pass. 8 seconds. Throws it deep, and he's going to be incomplete through the hands of the intended receiver, and the game is over. And the final score, LCA 43 and Lexington Catholic 7, guys. It was a complete, real smackdown, I think, by LCA, and the Catholic will go back and regroup. As you see, the LCA fans, Catholic's got Tatesburg next week, and LCA's at home against Pikeville. That'll be a tough game.
That'll be a tough game. That'll be a good game. I think that's a game to watch. Pikeville's known for their defense, so it could be a pretty good.
We saw LCA kind of manhandle Pikeville last year, Coach.
Yeah, that's right.
Remember that. And Steve, your thoughts on the game?
Well, yeah, I'm enjoying LCA's student section, walking over and waving bye to Lexington Catholic student section here, and the one guy who didn't play in the game ripping his shirt off. It's like trying to look tough, and you didn't play it down. I think my thought is this. I think there's two fantastic football teams here. I think you've got two incredible coaching staffs on both sides. I think Lexington Catholic is going to learn a lot from this game about themselves. I think they're going to make some adjustments, and they're going to look fantastic on Friday night.
Yeah.
They're going to come out with a whole different attitude. Lexington Christian, on the other hand, I think they're going to tuck this game away along with that Boyle County win and go, hey, we're pretty good.
Yeah.
And I think what they're going to have to guard against is that attitude of being nobody can beat us now.
Yeah.
So their challenge may be walking out on the field every night and not taking it for granted.
Yeah, you're probably right. I think coaches have to deal with that a lot. Just keep your nose to the grindstone and work hard and so on. I think technically that the Lexington Catholic needs to look at their secondary because there were receivers wide open. There were some mistakes out there.
Well,
it wasn't athletic talent.
You're going to have to get Division I players, Xavier Brown.
It doesn't matter.
Or Division I.
But that's fine. But not when a receiver is so wide open. There's nobody anywhere near him. That's your coverage too. That's your coverage in the secondary. The biggest thing too, by the way, is if you can't block them, you can't win. And we saw a lot of problems blocking at LCA, especially in the first half of the game.
Yeah, a lot of speed in there.
So LCA goes to 5-0. Lexington Catholic drops to 4-1. For my broadcast teammates tonight, Steve Tressler, our third man tonight, third on the broadcast. Mike Meehan, coach, as always, a great job. And William Warfield and Aaron Rose, our producer. This Gary Ball from LCA, they win it 43-7 over Catholic. Till next week, join us on the Minky Beef Jerky Game of the Week on PrepSpin.com.
We're so glad to have you with us this morning.
Emergency leaders are urging
Same MRI, same CT scan. Same items, different prices. So why would you pay more for the same thing? Lexington Diagnostic Center and Open MRI can save you 30 to 60% compared to the costs of local hospitals. We have a state-of-the-art facility in the Lexington area. We believe that every patient deserves the best in affordable, quality care. Avoid surprise billing. Come to Lexington Diagnostic Center. Imaging focused on you.
Some things never change. Like the sound of pads crushing against the equipment, the feel of cleats on fresh-cut grass, or the deep rest from a full practice. Another thing that never changes, the feeling of relief when the whistle blows for break. And the savory snack to go along with it.
This is a moment to remember. This is a Mingy moment.
This is where it all started, right here on this farm. We may have grown over the years, but we've never lost sight of what was important to us. We're continuing that tradition today, and we always will be for generations to come.
It's important to stand up
for what you believe in, for yourself and each other.
At WKYT, we stand for you,
your voice,
the truth,
the facts.
When the pandemic hit,